Well, for one, welcome everybody to this first session of um we'll just call this Fort Stevens for now. It's not much of Wild Beyond the Witchlight yet, and we'll pass through various phases and be in Fort Stevens, the wild within Fort Stevens, totally ripping off the name because it matches, and then we'll go to the other stuff later. But for now, we're just in a small town in rural, kind of central Texas.
Okay.
Not much happens here, or at least not much has happened here that is of much interest to all the children here who are more or less age 7. Today is the time when summer officially ends.
Oh.
And everybody in all the houses yesterday, Sunday, was abuzz with making sure everybody had their school bags packed. The first day of first grade. Some of you have older siblings who have done this before and are just getting ready to start their newer grades. And my question to everybody is, who wants to go through their morning first?
Did I go last?
Can you go last? Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
So you,
I'll
yeah,
go for.
Veronica just put her
I
finger
can
on her
go.
nose as is the ancient
I,
rite.
I can go. I can go first.
Okay.
I can go first. I can go first unless Bryce really wants to go first.
Go for it.
All
Okay.
right.
So we start with you, Michael. How were you woken up this morning? Do you have an alarm or does your mother need to wake you up?
Um, at this age, my mother would most likely wake me up.
Hmm. Okay. So you awaken to a pleasant kiss on your forehead from your mother, Grace. It's like, Michael, it's time to wake up. You have school today.
I kind of groan a little bit, but then as soon as I hear the word school, I immediately pop up out of bed.
Mm-hmm. Oh, my little Michael's gonna be so good at school. You're always studying and reading those books you like. Sure, you're gonna be very popular. Uh, oh, my little Michael is all growing up. Well, get dressed, brush your teeth. I double checked your bag already, and I put it near the front door, so you'll be ready when the bus comes by. But you don't have very long. I'll let you do that. I already have there's already cereal out and milk and all that stuff for breakfast, and well, yeah, okay. So she leaves the room, and what do you do?
I would definitely have had my clothes picked out the day before. So I rush and I get my clothes on. Um, I run over to the kitchen, and as my mother said, there is already a box of cornflakes sitting on the kitchen table. I
Mhm.
pour myself a bowl, and I munch down, and there are just a thousand thoughts running through my head. Basically, I trust my mother packed everything, but I'm still like double checking things in my head, making sure that I packed what I needed to for the day. And there are thoughts of, oh, I'm still kind of the new kid. I'm not from Texas. I wasn't born and raised here, and I still feel like a little bit of a fish out of water. Um, and as I finish my breakfast, I rush and brush my teeth, and I'm gonna go and try and look for Bill.
Bill. Who is Bill?
Bill is my stepfather.
Oh, okay. I think he is already out to work today.
Oh, okay. Um,
I'm just saying that because I forgot Bill existed.
I'll
correct. I'll fix that later.
Are either of my stepbrothers in the house, or have they gone to the high school already?
They already got picked up for high school. High school starts earlier in the day.
All right. Well, with that, I would immediately rush back to my room, pluck a random volume of my encyclopedia set off of my shelf, and just start reading while I'm waiting for my mother to get ready and bring me to school.
Oh, you're going to be picked up by a bus, so you just need to be outside in time.
Okay. So I would take my encyclopedia outside and wait for the bus then.
Okay. Jonathan,
All right.
you're greeted with a firm paternal knock on your door.
He shoots straight up out of bed.
The door opens right as you're shooting up.
Morning, Father.
John, you get ready for school.
Yes, Father. I'm all packed up and ready to go.
He gives a quiet, studied look at you in the state of your room. Is it messy or clean?
It's a rush clean, but as you can see that he cleaned up a bit, but it's not 100% done.
Mm-hmm. Well, try not to wake up your sister. And then he closes the door. What do you do to get ready for the day?
He goes picks up his room a little bit more. Is a little bit better.
Okay, yeah.
Then he gets his clothes ready. Let's see. He gets his clothes ready. He resets his alarm for the next day. And he goes downstairs.
Okay. As you leave your room, what are you looking forward to doing when you get home?
This is what. Hang on a second here. I gotta look at my questionnaire. Probably most likely some video games. Video games existed back then, right? Yes.
Yeah, video games are totally a thing. Question is,
video
what?
game.
What video games would that be? Probably an NES.
Yes, NES. And the game will be called Paperboy.
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 What do you love most about? What does Jonathan love most about Paperboy?
It's a game where you have to survive a hectic week and delivering newspapers to neighborhood. But if you mess up, you lose your clients.
Oh no.
This sounds fascinating.
This is the actual real game that I actually own for the
Perfect.
NES.
Perfect. Your NES is dutifully hooked up to a 20-inch big television in your living room. But it's definitely, now that you're starting school, you might have some requirements before you get to play that. So now we go over to the household of Maryśka. Okay, tell me, how do I say that correctly?
Maryśka.
Maryśka. Okay. Oh, and I forgot to do something before I did this scene. You're gonna have to forgive me if the accents aren't right.
I would assume that my older brother would probably wake me up.
Yes, he does.
Yay.
There's you don't hear this or wake up to this, but you hear just you're woken by loud conversation coming from down the hall from where your room is. It's the room where the three of your brothers all share as a bedroom.
Yeah.
It's not a bedroom room for a house. It's actually like something like a how would I describe it? It's like a weird second living room, or it's like a room with not a very clear purpose of what it's for. Like maybe it's supposed to be a dining room, but it's a dining room with a door on it and windows. So it's a big bedroom for three boys.
Makes sense.
So they're just John away. And
my older brother would be going to the same school, I assume.
Yes, because he's also in elementary school.
So
and he
alone.
Well, you wouldn't be in the same classes.
Yeah, but on the way there.
Yeah, so that'd be
Show me the road. He's a very good older brother.
Yeah, is that Jake or Joseph?
Yatsik.
So that's the older one, the oldest one.
Yes.
Okay.
Because the younger one is only 5.
Right, that's I mean, I'm probably just going to also end up calling him Simon.
Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, how would you, okay.
Those are their names, just in Polish, they're pronounced differently.
Yeah, this would be, how would you say?
Jacek, Józef, and Szymon.
Szymon, okay. Right, okay. So you leave your room, and what you see is the three brothers pour out of the room. The first two are just like running towards the kitchen to get breakfast. What would your mother have made for breakfast?
She would have made, they'd be like open sandwiches. So bread with butter and cheese and cucumbers and tomatoes on top and ham probably and sausage, and that's a typical Polish breakfast.
Exactly. Okay. And
scrambled eggs.
You can kind of see Jacket he like runs to the kitchen. He kind of slows his step as he gets to the kitchen because your mother doesn't appreciate all this noise. Similarly, he also gives a bit of a turned up. He makes a face when he sees the breakfast. It's kind of like. He would kind of you know this because he said it before. He would prefer this was just lots of ham and cheese and maybe eggs. He doesn't like vegetables.
Oh.
And you are bumped into from behind by your younger brother. He's like, hi.
Good morning.
Do you have school today?
I do. I get to go with Yatsik today.
When do I get to go to school?
In 2 years.
Okay. So he's 5, right?
Yes.
Okay. Aww. I'm gonna miss you, big sister.
I'll miss you too. I'll try and bring back a souvenir. I don't know what, but I'll see if I can find.
Is Maryśka also just a general souvenir collector?
He likes rocks.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
I know, right?
I don't know anyone else like that. What's her favorite rock?
Take after.
What's her favorite rock?
Anything shiny.
Yeah, but all of her
in Texas, flint is really fun.
Flint and steel.
There wasn't a lot of flint in Poland.
Mm-hmm. So is that your favorite rock? I'm just of the things
I don't know
she
if
collects.
My favorite rock. I haven't.
Okay.
About it.
Is it just rocks, or is she like collecting lots of things?
Let me think about that. She probably. Oh, I know. She probably likes to dry flowers, like in books. Latin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there a recent one she's gotten?
Probably. Let's see. It's spring, right?
Fall.
Not spring. Fall.
Early
during
fall.
summer-
It's like
during
late
summer, she
August,
likes collecting
September.
Stuff like probably Indian blankets and stuff because those are really pretty.
Okay. So your household is a lot more. This isn't the first kid that's gone off to school, and the parents are. Well, since you've all heard it, they're less sentimental than the other ones. On the
I mean, they're still
schooling
they're
issue.
very good parents.
Mm-hmm.
They're just, it's already been done.
Mm-hmm. Right, exactly. So
Time for school. Have a
get
good
ready,
day.
get ready, get to the front door, get outside, get on the porch.
Jacek will take care of you. Just follow his lead. Stuff like that.
So eventually the bus does arrive at your house, Maryśka. And your brothers are a little they have a bit more of a weary reaction than probably you have. I don't know. How do you react? Is it more or less interested than boys who have been to school before?
Pretty curious how it's gonna go.
Okay. So you get onto the bus, and this bus is driven by a bit of a sort of cranky older lady who can't stand kids.
Oh.
She's like, hurry up.
Good morning.
I don't care where you sit. Morning.
Maryśka is absolutely not phased. She gives her a big smile and goes sit down with Jacek.
Your smile is unacknowledged. You didn't even see it. You're the first one on the bus.
Okay.
You three are.
Wait,
You got.
three? There's only two of us.
Oh, sorry. Well, 3 you and then the other 2.
Me,
Oh, them.
You guys aren't there yet.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just me and Jacek. None of my brothers are old enough to go.
Yes, because you guys are further towards the edge of town, and the bus is picking you up first before driving into the city.
Cool. Thank
And then we will pop back over to Michael. The bus arrives for you as well. It is big. It is a very big bus. Or at least, I don't know. Maybe this is a normal sized bus, and all school buses are this big, but it seems particularly large. And it's already bustling with like 20 kids.
Okay.
Bus doors open at the sort of corner near your house where there's already 2 other kids gathered. They aren't too talkative. They're just waiting as well, with their parents standing about 25 feet behind them. Your mother is actually also came along to wait as well at the corner, just to make sure to see you off. Goodbye, Michael.
Hi, Mom. I give her a big hug, and I rush onto the bus. I do make sure to slip my encyclopedia into my backpack before I get on the bus, though.
Do behave.
We'll do, Ma. And as the door closes, she sees that my hair has been messed up. She's tried to fix it all morning, but there's a little quet that's like sticking up on the top of my head.
Yeah, it's called a cowlick.
Yes.
You're gonna need stuff to deal with that, or not. Let's see, and then Jonathan.
Jonathan's sitting out on the curb, and neither his father nor mother are there.
Mm-hmm. The bus awaits you.
Yeah, never mind. He gets in. He gives a quick nod to the bus driver and just says a quick
Hey,
thank you and
hey, man.
walks. Thank you, and sits in the very far back, is all by himself.
Okay. This bus is driven by a much younger man, probably in his early 20s. He's more energetic, You wouldn't be able to probably deduce this, but I'll put it. I'll just say it. He's probably a new hire.
Ah, yeah, yeah,
Feel
See-
optimistic.
We'll
oh, he's
put
a happy boy.
now. So you go and sit in the back. Question is, where is Michael sitting?
Michael is probably a little. He's very excited, but he's also very on edge. So he would also probably find a seat towards the back and just observe, try not to draw too much attention to himself.
Okay. You guys are pretty close to each other. And there is going to be probably 10-minute ride. Do you want to talk with each other?
I mean, well, yeah, Michael's just kind of observing. I don't know how I don't know how perceptive Jonathan is, but if he's perceptive enough, he'd probably see that Michael's a little nervous.
Okay.
Yeah, Jonathan's just kind of more or less ignoring most of the people. He sees Jonathan walk up. Sees Michael kind of walk up. And, not a kid. He kind of pulls out a book and kind of almost as if he's like hiding the book out of view from people, but he's starting to read it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try and peek and see if I know what he's reading.
Oh, okay. You know what? This might be a time for a roll.
Yay!
All right. Yay!
Let's roll investigate. Let's roll investigate.
All right.
You do also, because you're all very young, you have maximum luck points.
Awesome. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, that's a success. What book is being
Alright.
read?
What book he's reading?
Yeah.
How to be a communist.
Oh, okay. Is he capable of even reading How to Be a Communist?
No, most likely not, but his dad probably threw it in his bag.
Oh, okay.
Here, son, let's indoctrinate you early.
Jonathan, you kind of hear Michael mutter, "Communist."
He slams the book shut. He's like, "Hey, what do you think you're doing? Get your 4 eyes away from here."
Sorry. Sorry. Sorry.
It's rudely. What the heck? What's wrong with you? I don't even know you.
I saw you had a book, and I figure, you must like books. Not many people just come on here and just start reading a book.
Maybe I got a book so people will leave me alone.
I got a book too. You want to trade? And I whip up my encyclopedia.
No thanks.
Okay. And I go back to my encyclopedia, and I'm red as a tomato.
Okay. The bus makes it to its destination with no further anything, I guess, of note. Until you do both have to get off when the bus arrives at school. You can just walk in if you want.
All right, I close my book, and I try not to make eye contact with Jonathan, and I get off the bus.
Okay. Let's say what else is going on?
Jonathan gets off at he's at the very last one to get off the bus, but he gives the bus driver like a $5 or $10 bill. It's like, hey, thank you. This is my father said to give this to you and say that
He's just holding it very confusedly for a
He's like,
second.
vote for my father. Thank you.
No,
And he walks away.
I can't take this.
Here we go.
Oh my gosh.
Is your father
don't
running for office?
I don't even know his.
Wouldn't that be considered bribery?
Oh my gosh, I feel so confused and I love it.
Yes. Okay.
See, this is the problem with communists.
So, on your bus, Maryśka, you are sitting next to a blonde-haired girl who's wearing a sort of a thin. I'm not quite sure what this material is called, but it's not leather. It's a sort of like what would it be like? Sort of.
What is it, pleather?
No, it's like cowboy kind of leather.
Oh,
So
yeah.
just straight leather. Right up, almost raw leather.
Yeah, exactly.
Like pants or...
No, just the jacket. And she's wearing short jeans and has a small sort of buckle to go with it.
I like your jacket.
Thank you. My name's Becky Sue. What's yours?
I'm Maryśka Mróz.
Where are you from?
We came from Poland.
Where's that?
It's across the...
How long did it take you to get here?
It took a while. I don't know. It was long.
That's awesome.
We saw whales.
Look at this bird bone I have.
Ooh. What kind of bird is it?
It's a raven.
I love ravens.
Yeah.
Daddy doesn't like them. They eat his crops.
Well, that's really cool. I'm hoping that when I get into school, I can get into a big fight.
Why?
Because I saw it in a movie and it looked fun. I can punch a boy.
I mean, I fight my brothers a lot, but it's not really fun.
All my brothers are much bigger than me.
Oh.
I have to find a boy that's my size.
I'm bigger than my brothers, except for Yatsik, and I point to my brother.
I could take him.
Please don't. He's really nice.
I'll have to confer with my pet raccoon when I get home. My parents won't let me keep him in the house, though.
I want a raccoon. Can I see your raccoon?
What?
Can I meet your raccoon?
Yes, absolutely.
Yay.
Yeah, for sure, sure.
I love raccoons. They're so smart.
Well, You want to come to my birthday?
Sure.
My parents are planning it. It's sometime next week.
Okay. I'll ask my mom.
Awesome. We're gonna do a rodeo birthday.
What's a rodeo?
It's like with cows and horses and steers and longhorns.
I like horses. We have horses.
Are you on a farm?
Yes.
That's awesome.
Are you on a farm?
I wish. A farm sounds really cool.
It's a lot of work. We have to help.
Oh. How do you do that?
Oh, we milk the cows and we carry water and we help Daddy with the plow.
That's
Feed the
cool.
animals.
I love big tractors.
We don't have a tractor yet. Daddy's trying to save money for one.
I think tractors are cool.
So I guess those two are just chatting away.
Yeah.
Best friends already.
Mm-hmm. Becky Sue Harrington.
Becky Sue, that's a good name.
And then you guys end up, there's a big sort of like line of buses, and they kind of do like a sort of caboose train thing at an offloading point, and all the kids pour off of the buses and re-pour into the school and into
School.
huh?
How big is the school?
It's not very big, but it's a little bit okay, how would I put it? It's like a middle school and an elementary school combined, but they're in different sections.
Okay. So is this like a very highly populated area?
No.
Okay.
The city's population is in the I think high single digit thousands.
Okay.
Middle single digit thousands.
Mhm.
So it doesn't need a very big school.
Yeah. It just feels like a lot because we're all kids.
Yeah, exactly. And which might explain why the descriptions are this way. The what's next? There we go. So you guys need to find your room. You have a first grade room where all your classes will take place, and you know that much.
Ooh.
So I guess
There
I'd
isn't
say-
like there probably should be some sort of liaison or teacher here to meet you, but they are not here.
Just walk around, and I knock on a random door.
It's very noisy, and it's unclear what you're even knocking on.
I open the door to try to go into a classroom.
That's a janitor's closet.
He goes to another door. He sees some students walking into a class.
Okay, what kind of traits are you using? There's kids walking into all sorts of rooms. But how do you find yours?
He's just trying to find a teacher.
Oh, okay. There is one teacher that is briskly walking down the hallway in your direction.
Hey, excuse me, real fast.
Huh?
He shows like, where's his class at?
What?
Where
Are
is
you
his
first
class
grade?
at?
Are you first grade?
I think so.
Okay. Yeah, you look first grade. Then she points to the other side of the hall from where she's about to enter.
Ah, thank you. And he kind of follows.
Okay. Maryśka, your brothers actually just tell you where the first grade room is.
Cool.
Jonathan, you can probably read the signs.
Oh, I can try.
Or not, sorry, not Jonathan. I meant Michael.
Oh.
Those names are going to confuse me for a bit.
Okay. I was gonna
So-
say if not, Michael would just absentmindedly stumble into the library, but that makes sense too.
The library's probably closed right now.
Oh. Well, he'd probably would the library be on the way to the first grade classroom?
I don't think so. I think it's probably similar to like how the middle school is like a different section of this sort of building. The library is probably part of the middle school section.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, then he would just find his way to the first grade classroom then.
Mhm.
He actually would take like he actually would try and find a seat up front to the front of the class.
Burp. I think you guys can actually control those tokens. So you can move yourself to where you want to sit.
All right. So he would just go and be like, yoink, and he'd find that nice sunny spot next to the window, and plop his back.
Jonathan
Plop his back down.
walks in the room and sees Michael.
Mhm.
Yes, Michael.
Michael over there is like, oh gosh, and he sits in the very far back.
Then Maryśka?
He's just sitting there in the middle,
Okay.
surrounded by people.
Okay. Standing at the front of the room, watching, observing all the students take their seat, is a woman probably about in her older than your parents, with blonde hair and waiting somewhat impatiently. And once you can see her, she keeps like pointing at the students, like counting them, and at some point she's satisfied, goes and closes the door, and you don't hear any sounds from the hallway anymore, although the hallway's mostly quieted down as people found their classrooms. And she says, "Hello, first grade students. I am Miss Zuckman." And she draws on the blackboard at the front of the room. "Okay, students, you will practice saying hello to me. You'll start by everyone saying, 'Hello, Miss Zuckman.'" Nobody gets
Hello,
the
Miss
idea.
Zuckman.
They don't reply, except for Michael, who answers in front of everybody. "Hello, boy. What is your name?"
I'm Michael.
"Hello, Michael." And then she like kind of squints. It's like, "Can you say your name again?"
Michael.
"You've come far. Okay." "You like me."
Hey, friend.
What? Okay.
No, I don't know what you're talking about, Veronica. That couldn't possibly be the case.
Okay. So she keeps pointing at different kids in the room. It's like, "What is your name?" And going around the room, there are the first kid's name is Danny. Like, "Hi." And then Lisa Marie. And then Trevor. And then she points to Maryśka. "What's your name?"
Maryśka.
Interesting again. There is a Mexican girl behind you named Cameron. And there's another guy named Eddie, Jamie. She gets to the back of that column and points at Jonathan. "What is your name?"
Jonathan. What's up with that voice of yours?
"Oh, I'm from Holland.
I don't know where that's at.
It's in Europe."
Oh.
"It's okay. This is school."
His hand shoots up.
"Yes, Maryśka."
Michael's hand shoots up as well.
Do you miss Europe?
"No. It is very sunny here. I like the sun."
Maryśka looks very conflicted.
"Michael."
I'm from Europe too.
"Yes, I can tell. You're from France."
And at this point, I should point out that he has a kid-sized T-shirt on, with a picture of the Eiffel Tower on it, and it says "I love Paris" in French.
Yeah. There is in this column here, I can make notes on this later, or post notes on this later. There's a kid named Mickey, who's Chinese, a girl named Katie, and another nerdy boy named Cal. Then there's Michael. So
And is Becky Sue in my class too?
yes, yeah, Becky Sue's in the class too. She's just like fiddling with the raven bone that she has.
I assume we sat next to each other.
Yeah, okay, so she's like right there.
Yeah.
So she starts with doing some just general review of like setting expectations for what first graders are expected to do. She explains that she is going to be basically your only teacher. The way the school does classes is that for elementary school, there's one teacher assigned to teach all subjects for a single room of students of a given grade. Until they get to middle school, and then it starts to vary a little bit.
That makes sense.
So you'll always be here. You'll always come at the same time. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And in the afternoon, when you go home at 3:30, you will have homework. Your parents can help you with homework. It will not be very hard. It will just help me make sure that you are learning everything you need to learn. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Great. Okay, so... And then she, goes through basically reviewing the alphabet to make sure everybody can sound out letters. And once she's done that for about 20 minutes, goes on to working on sounding out short words, mostly. Later in the morning, you do math, and then you would have a lunch break. Is there any trouble you want to get up to in class, though? You don't have to. Just wondering.
No.
Do you find this boring? I guess would be a better first question.
I think my child, I know I'm speaking without an accent, but she does have an accent, so she's finding it, a little difficult. So she's trying to concentrate to improve her speech. Because at home they speak Polish.
And I would say that as the class is practicing the alphabet, Michael subconsciously recites every letter with a very thick French accent.
Mm-hmm. When you do that, she repeats herself. And
This is English class, not baguette class.
I don't even know what a baguette is.
he knows, I guess. Mary Sue finds it pretty funny. And is like, look at those glasses on him.
No, I'm sorry, Adam.
That's all right. It's fine. It's fine, Bryce. I was totally expecting this. So
no, I told him that was gonna happen.
Yep.
It's like if you make this character, Bryce's character is just gonna bully you, right?
Yep. Yep. Hey, Henry gave me the green light, so I'm like, this is gonna be my only chance.
Yep.
All right.
So,
but other than that, I would say Michael's day is uneventful. You said there was a nerdy kid named Cal. He's gonna try and find him and sit with him at lunch.
okay, we can go to lunch then. What? I don't have Cal tokens. I actually don't have tokens for any of the kids yet. Kind of need to make those. Do you have any idea how hard it is to find like good pictures of people in the 80s? Like just it's not digital photography. There's just
especially kids.
Yeah, right. There's just not much. I'm probably gonna have to like scour 80s sitcoms or something.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll find inspiration somewhere, Henry.
Yeah, I'll get something. It's not too important. So, You're gonna try and find Cal. When you get to the lunchroom, you for lunch in first grade, kids bring their own lunches, and you see some people exhibiting excitement or disappointment at whatever is in their lunch. But you do find and sit near Cal. And you see on his little backpack, there's NASA patches on it. And he also has thick sunglasses.
Sunglasses?
Sorry, not sunglasses, just glasses. Kind of like yours.
Gotcha. I was going to say, sunglasses, is he blind?
No, he wears them indoors and at night because he can.
Gotcha.
Gotta look cool.
No, he's not. He's not cool. He does not look cool. But you can. Oh, hey. You want to sit with me?
Yeah, I'll sit with you.
Oh, good. My grandma told me to find people to sit with, but I didn't know if the other kids would like me, so I just decided to sit by myself.
No. Well, I can join you.
Oh, great. And so I guess you guys start digging into your lunches. His is a basic kind of just peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
That is
and
also what
has
Michael
apple juice in it.
That
not
is
in the
also
sandwich.
What Michael would have asked for would just be a peanut butter sandwich.
Okay. Oh man, we got the same thing.
Yeah. Yes.
Do you like space?
It's all right. It's kind of dark though, isn't it?
Well, my grandpa tells me it kind of depends how you think about it. It space is where the sun is, so in a way it's actually kind of bright. It's just the parts of space that we don't have a sun in that are dark.
Oh. Have you ever seen Michael's trying to find the English equivalent. A rocket?
Yes. My grandpa works for NASA.
Oh, does he build the rockets?
Oh yeah, totally. He have you ever heard of the Gemini project or the Mercury project or the Apollo project? We have videotapes at home of all of them, all the launches. I love watching them.
I'm assuming this is something that's fairly recent, so it probably wouldn't have been printed in his encyclopedias.
Depends how old your encyclopedias are.
Oh.
I mean, space travel was happening in the late 60s, so it would be in up-to-date encyclopedias. But if you had like an old encyclopedia from the 50s that somebody bought at like a secondhand bookstore or at a library sale, then it would be out of date. It wouldn't be in there.
I'll say for the sake of argument that his encyclopedias are up to date.
Okay. So that would have been a incredibly big present to get.
Yes.
That would cost at least $200.
Yes. It was kind of
And you know what the minimum wage is right now? Like $3.
Well,
wages are a lot lower.
I don't know how plausible this would be, but I was thinking that would be kind of a parting gift from Michael's birth father.
Okay, sure. That works.
So,
That's fine.
He kind of saved up enough money to buy his son an up-to-date encyclopedia set.
I mean, for his dad, his birth father, that actually might not be that much of a challenge.
Yeah. I don't know how technical you want to get for the euro to US dollar currency exchange rate in the 80s.
it doesn't. I mean, if it's buying a good, it's probably relatively even in their local currencies.
All right, fair enough. Yeah, the Gemini project. I think I remember reading something about that. Who's Gemini?
No. Gemini is not a person. It was a series of rocket launches.
Oh la la.
Yeah,
He
they
is
went in.
just
They went to.
and
They were using the latest technology, and they went into low Earth orbit.
he is just enraptured. by
Two
this
astronaut
conversation.
crew. Between it was back in 65 and 66.
Okay. Michael's just completely completely.
You know what's
engrossed in
crazy?
this
You know what they
conversation.
didn't see out in space though? They didn't see any UFOs. UFOs come from space, and why aren't there UFOs in space when they go up there, huh?
I don't know. Now that he's getting more relaxed, the French accent is kind of dropping a little bit. It only pops up when he's nervous.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure, Cal. It's I mean, they're unidentified, so I mean, who knows why they're there and why they don't come down to Earth more often.
But they do. Grandpapa says the government hides them. But I don't know. Maybe the Soviet spies know about it or something. They have to know things.
Michael just kind of nods and starts munching on a banana.
He also, like you, has books, but a lot of his books are like magazines that are you've never seen. If you've gone grocery shopping with your mother, they're even if you walked in the magazine aisle of the grocery store, these magazines are not there. These are zines, which are like amateur magazines that people print at local copy shops, written by people in an area, and then they send out as mailers to other people, and they're all about UFOs and conspiracy theories. He does not know what it means. He just finds the pictures interesting.
And Michael's gonna pull out a little notebook and start kind of absentmindedly doodling as Cal talks.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And you'll do a lunch. Jonathan or Maryśka?
Jonathan pulls out 2 pieces of bread and a little baggie of water.
A baggie of water?
Baggie of
Wait, a baggie of what?
water. It's just a plastic bag of water.
Okay.
My goodness.
Oh man.
Is he being abused?
What's the so? Okay, yeah. Keep going, Bryce. We all are interested in finding out where this is going.
He just, munches on the bread, and then he just drinks his bag water. And then he, he's on this kind of by himself in the corner, and then he sees like a few dead cockroaches, and he's kind of playing with them with his feet.
Oh my gosh.
Hey.
What?
Hey.
What? What do you want?
Are you gonna eat those?
Eat what?
I dare ya.
Eat the cockroaches?
Yeah. It's Mickey from class.
And what do I get if I do it?
I'll tell my dad to get you dinner at his restaurant. Those are around there too.
I dare you to join me.
In eating them?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Are you a coward?
Come on, eat cockroaches, you coward. Okay, you know what you need to do? You need to you're gonna need to roll for that. What will it be? This is also gonna be hard.
Charm.
Yeah, I agree. Charm.
Charm him into eating cockroaches. God, charm.
No. Charm just means like it's just the getting. It's the interpersonal skill of getting other people to do things with you. Contact is do you know someone. Lead is getting other getting people to follow you. So charm is I think the best one here.
Oh boy.
Wait, what did I don't know what happened. You set those to private.
Oh, I didn't know I did do that. Hang on. To be a public role?
Yeah, do it as public roll so I can see it.
Oh, here.
Yeah, you have them private in a way I can't even see them.
I didn't even know that. That was just stock how it was.
Your thing must be set to okay. So that is a fail, but you do have luck, and you can click the push button to re-roll it.
Nope.
Okay.
Oh,
That's still no. It was a hard test though.
Oh.
So you need 2 successes. So, is there any way you can re-roll even more?
Yeah,
I don't think so, but I could be wrong.
No, I think he could test his pride, but I don't know what his pride is even. But I think we left those blank on purpose for now. Because we'll fill those in later once your characters are developed enough to have a pride. Yeah, so he doesn't actually want to do that. He's like, no, that's gross.
Well, then if you're not going to do it, then I won't do it. Your dare is not as good if you're not willing to do yourself. You could come play, come around, I guess, with me.
I'm gonna have to ask my dad about that.
Ask your dad about a dare?
A dare, yeah. My dad knows stuff. What does your dad know?
Politics.
What's that?
He talks to a lot of people.
My dad talks to a lot of people.
But do your people wear suits?
No.
My dad talks to a lot of people.
They just order at our Chinese restaurant.
Oh, do you sell dog? That's what I heard, is that Chinese eat their dog.
Yeah. Lots of dog.
How is dog?
It's the most disgusting thing ever, but I do it anyway.
Are you trying to pretend to be cool? Because if you are, it's not working.
Guess you're just not cut out for this school, John. Come back to me when you want to get some arcade tokens. I got some backpack sometime. You could buy them. He's gonna leave and just go do something else.
He's a little bit confused because at one point this dude was talking about eating dogs and how he do it, and then he's
eating
like,
dogs, eating cockroaches. What's next?
Yeah, you just asked a Chinese kid if his family eats dogs. That's totally chill.
4-year-olds, 6-year-olds ask the most ridiculous things.
Yeah, no, it's great. Keep it up.
As if I have freaking children who do that.
So at your table, Maryśka, you're sitting with Becky Sue, and she keeps her coat on. It's not cold in here. It's actually kind of warm. But she keeps it on, and she's eating a ham sandwich with American cheese on what is that? The bread, right?
Yeah.
What's the bread called?
Bread. Wonder bread.
Wonder bread, yeah, that's what it is. It's Wonder bread with Miracle Whip or something. She's just no manners, just like so what are you eating? Huh?
Maryśka opens her little satchel and pulls out a sandwich, but it's made of homemade bread with butter and ham, and there's a piece of sausage and some radishes with salt on them, and a little canister of fresh milk.
She squints at the radishes, like, what are those?
It's a radish. Do you want to try? They're spicy.
Yeah.
She'll hand her a radish.
So as you're handing her the radish, her hand very quickly goes and grabs your sandwich instead.
Hey.
It's like,
Give it back, please.
you can have it.
She doesn't like it.
No, she doesn't. You can have a bite of my sandwich, though, if you want.
Maryśka looks at it and sniffs and is like, what's that?
Ham sandwich? It's okay.
I guess she'll take a bite and wrinkle her nose and like, I prefer mine.
Good. I prefer mine, too.
You want to split my sausages up? It's like a...
Hell yeah.
It's like a big
countryside. And then she looks around to see if anybody heard her.
Michael how far away is she from Michael? Michael probably
You heard her.
that up.
Yeah, you heard her.
He kind of whirls around and just stares at her for a good second.
What are you thinking, Michael? What's Michael thinking?
Michael's like, we're not supposed to use that language. Daddy only used that language in emergencies.
Wait, what did she say? I missed it.
She went, hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
When you said to switch, split the sausage, and it was like,
Yeah, Michael's like, we're not supposed to use that language. Daddy only used that language.
Shut up! Shut up, nerd! Shut up! Oh, I'm also not supposed to shut up.
I don't think Maryśka's
Michael...
ever heard any of these words, so she doesn't know what's going on.
Michael immediately gets like 2 inches shorter. Just crouches down.
Okay. So everybody finishes eating their lunches. And go back into the classroom. This part of class is maps and kind of history. She mostly just like...
So, social studies, essentially?
Not sure what you'd call it for first graders, but there's a big map of Texas on the wall, and she's, pointing about, to where the city is, and says that it's really old, or at least, the original city is really old, and that you'll talk more about it, when you're like in 4th grade or whatever. I don't teach 4th grade or 5th grade or whatever it is. You'll have to deal with Miss Cheryl about that. But she will answer questions if you have like spontaneous questions for her about the city.
Michael's hand shoots up. He's like, "How old is this town?"
Let's see. This town. Let me look. Let me do some math. Because I know the like the person for who it's named. Oh yeah. So it was first incorporated in the 1870s.
So, about
Okay.
It was over 100 years ago. The city is Fort Stevens and is named after a man named Alexander Stevens. And you'll learn again more about that later. He actually eventually became the governor of Georgia, if I remember correctly. But yes, there's that. There's an army base nearby, pointing, again onto the map, and she has another map that's like a map of the city and its surrounding area, and there's, sort of a lake area. There's sort of forested area, and you can see, she, points to where the parks are, because you guys might want to know that at some point, as well as the San Gabriel River, which is also on the map. So those are some things.
San Gabriel, isn't that the one in Georgetown? Isn't that the one in Georgetown, San Gabriel?
I don't know.
I think it flows through there.
I don't know if it's I don't think I actually picked a river I knew existed when I picked the name.
Oh.
It might be a real river. It might even be that river. This city might be near Georgetown. Let me look on a map of where the hypothetical Fort Stevens is, because this might be interesting. Okay, now show me a map. Actually, yeah, that is pretty close to where you guys are. I think this city, though, is a little bit further east. If it was the real world, it'd be like near Rockdale, I guess. Actually, here, I will use a map, and I'll kind of circle vaguely where this kind of would be if this was real. There. Kind of like there. And then there's also pictures of presidents and stuff that's kind of on the top. Let's see, actually, that's not important right now. Well, anyway, I think that's enough for today. Your homework is mostly going to be handwriting. You need to practice your letters and practice your numbers. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
So she hands out lots of little sheets of paper and hands them to the front row and tells them to pass it to the back until everybody has it. And for a little bit in the afternoon, you get to hang out on a playground at the school.
That's fun. I guess I'd meet up with my brother again.
Oh yeah.
What exactly is on said playground? What kind of equipment do we have at our disposal?
Normal school things. Swing set, sandbox, stuff to climb on. You do leave your bags in the school though when you go out here?
Michael would probably go to the sandbox and try and find a bucket to build a sandcastle with.
Yeah, there's buckets hanging around there. The sand is damp enough to build with.
I don't think I have any back there, but give it a look. Oh, Jonathan. Sorry, I switched to a headset real fast.
Mm-hmm.
Jonathan goes to the sandbox as well, but he kind of on the other side of where Michael is. But he gets a shovel and he just starts digging.
Okay.
I'll go look for swings.
Okay. So Jonathan's digging. Michael's trying to build a sandcastle. What would you do? Michael would roll calculate.
Okay. Calculate.
You can push that and use luck if you want, of course.
Yes.
Which means you can basically push it twice.
I think I will push that. Okay, I can push it again.
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
This is an upsetting sequence of events. Every time you try and put one bit of the sandcastle on top of another, you accidentally collapse the pieces of the sandcastle you put below it.
Michael,
so you're not able to build anything taller than a pail.
Michael is very frustrated. He kind of slams his fist into the sandbox.
Jonathan,
Digging,
what are you doing?
Digging a big old hole.
After about 2 minutes of digging, you find that this sand, what is this called again? I forget. Sandbox, yeah.
Sandbox?
Yeah, this thing only goes down 8 inches. Tops, maybe, because you realize you're breaking through a tarp. There's a green, or you're not breaking through it, but you find a green tarp underneath the sand.
I reached the bottom. He continues, he gets up, starts digging another hole. Your sandcastle fell over. Anyone else around the sandbox, or?
No, it's just you two. It's not a very big sandbox.
I would say at this point, with Michael being so frustrated, he thinks that his problem is his glasses, so he would take his glasses off and attempt to bury them in the sand.
Hey, you opened a hole. I dug a hole.
The problem is, once he has his glasses off, he can't really see.
But you can hear.
He lost his glass in the sandbox.
Wait, do you need some help? Jonathan walks over.
He kind of huffs, and he's like, I buried my glasses, and now I don't know.
I was going to help you bury them. I was going to help you.
DM, did I successfully bury my glasses or not?
Yeah, there's no challenge to that.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I was going to help him bury it, but...
Yeah.
Because I have a big old open hole that I left exposed for anyone to fall in, so he can just do that thing in there.
Yeah, so Michael kind of stands up. He feels a little woozy and immediately just sits back down.
Yeah, Jonathan goes off and starts slamming.
Okay. After about 20 minutes of being in the playground, you guys all go back inside for the last bit of class, which is not particularly notable, only that you get more homework. And then we'll get picked up on 2 different buses and be taken back to your home. Maryśka and Sally Mae? I think it was. Becky Sue. Becky Sue.
Becky Sue?
Yeah, they're similarly generic names. Go back to your houses and get dropped off. Maryśka, you see your brothers again. Hey.
Hello.
How's your first day of school?
It was good. I have homework now.
Ah, we got homework too. Better homework's harder than your homework.
Okay, who's talking? Because I only have one brother who goes to school.
I thought you had two older.
No, only one older brother and then 2 youngers.
Okay, I miswrote my notes then.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, there's just one.
Yeah. Will you help me with mine?
Roll charm.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Where is it? Oh, here.
Sure.
Thank you.
You should give me part of your dessert.
Okay.
Yay. So back home. You are helped with your homework, and it wasn't even difficult. You probably didn't even need his help, but
Yeah, but she likes to bond with her brother.
yeah, he doesn't really mind. Jonathan, what do you do when you get home? Do you do your homework or not, or do you play the paper delivery game?
He gets home and goes, Father, may I play the game? Or can you help me with my homework? I know you're very busy, and I know I had to make my own lunch because you're so busy, but could you help me?
This is the first time I'm hearing this. Our schools in this city don't do enough to help the education of our children. It is up to us to make sure that it is done. Of course, son, I will help you.
Thank you.
After all, we must all come together as brethren in this city and nation to work together and rise up against our challenges, even if those challenges are letters, son.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you, Dad. How is Sissy doing?
Your sister is fine. Nothing. She's just sits around. Mom plays with her.
How old is she?
Oh wait, no, she hasn't been born yet. I just realized that. No, never mind. Has she been born yet?
How much younger is she than you?
I don't know.
I think she's old enough to have been born. I think she's a baby.
Okay, if she's a baby, never mind. He wouldn't. Actually, yes, he would. Yes, he would. He's like, how is little baby doing?
Little baby
Little
Amber.
baby.
Ember.
Yes, I know. But he calls it baby. Little baby.
Oh, she's fine. Her cries are the natal cries of that we all have. We come into this torrential world and realize the weaknesses of our fellow man in the face of challenges
I hate
that
your mother
must rise
already.
up together.
Oh my gosh. Why does your father remind me of a communist Clark Kent?
Oh, by the way, the bus man took the money.
Excellent. Did you also give him the flyer I told you to give him?
Oh, I forgot.
What good is the Ah,
I can do it tomorrow.
fine. It's all good. It's fine. I'll get through this. Yes.
I know you want to win.
Yes, and also we never he like looks at you and then realizes he's talking to a child. And then it just kind of like ruffles your hair and says, "Oh, yeah, this whole campaign thing has me worked up. That's all sorts of people want things from you, but I shouldn't. That's anyway. Let's do your homework."
Thank you.
It's painful.
You're still kind of quiet, Veronica. And I can't turn you up any more than I already have.
I was muttering.
Oh, okay. I mean, you sound quiet when you said I was muttering.
Oh. I don't
Um,
know. Bryce changed something. I don't know what he did.
Okay. Anyway, we'll go over to Michael now. You trip up the stairs trying to get into the bus.
That sounds like something Michael would do, yes.
Because you don't have glasses.
Oh no, I would have found them by the end of the day. They're just incredibly dirty and scratched.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. I guess you still trip up. You make it home as well, and your mother goes, how was school, little Michael? Oh my goodness, what happened to your glasses?
I lost them, but then I found them.
How did you lose them?
It was there was a dust bowl on the way home from school.
What's wrong, Michael?
Um,
I know you know I've told you not to lie.
Well, I don't know, Mama. I don't feel like I belong here.
Well, you're here with me and I'm here, so you belong here.
I suppose, and he just kind of nuzzles himself into his mother's
Mm.
chest.
Yeah, she just kind of picks you up and kind of walks you over to the kitchen. It's like, well, Michael, what do we need to do today? Do you have stuff from your first day of school?
He immediately brightens up and he's like, "I've already got it done, Mama." He
Oh.
proudly shows off his already completed handwriting homework.
You should. I'm very proud of you, Michael. But you did it on a school bus and it's all jittery.
Oh,
Because the school bus, it goes up and down. You know what's in the song? The wheels on the bus go round and round. And then the roads aren't flat very, so you see how the line went off the page there?
he kind of nods.
Yeah, you should. Yeah, try to wait to get home to do it. But you did a great job. Good job trying. Don't ever let anyone tell you not to.
Sorry, Mama.
Okay. Well.
And he kind of exits the kitchen, and he kind of yells out, and he's like, Chad! Billy Jr., you home?
I need to review what I am supposed to do with them.
They are his older brothers. They'd be about high school age, like 16-ish.
Yeah, I guess not. They're probably hanging out with their friends after school. Like older teenagers.
Makes sense.
Maybe they went to the arcade or something. Or if they can drive, maybe they drove to a nearby city to go to the mall. Who knows?
Michael is gonna kind of go upstairs to where I assume the three boys' bedrooms are. And he is going to basically just kind of grab his encyclopedia and open it up again. Realizing that his glasses are dirty, he's going to rush off to the bathroom and try and clean them off, but they are basically permanently scratched.
Mm-hmm. Now, good news for you is you're young, so you'll grow out of your glasses quickly and you'll get new ones.
Man, you
and
have such messy lives.
What?
Both the boys sound like they have such lonely lives.
I mean, yeah, we'll explore all of this in time.
Yeah, but he'd basically stay in his room reading from his encyclopedia until dinner or until his brothers came home, whichever happened first.
We'll just go with what are you gonna read before bed?
I'd be a little bored with the encyclopedia, so I'd take out my book of I'd take out my book of Shakespearean sonnets, which is next to my bust of Shakespeare on my nightstand near my bed, and trying to sound out the words, not knowing what most of them mean, but thinking that they sound pretty.
Okay. I mean, they'll even sound better if you can say it in the right version of English, I think. Yeah, okay. Anything for wind down activities for Maryśka and Jonathan? What was that?
I have to do evening chores.
Okay, what are evening chores on your farm?
Bedding the animals, last final milking of the cows.
Okay. Well, your brother he's helping you with that, your older brother.
Yeah.
And he's gonna ask if you met anyone interesting at school today.
Oh, yeah, I met a girl named Becky Sue. She had a raven bone.
A raven bone?
Yeah. Oh, I have to ask Mom because she invited me to her birthday.
Yeah, you probably can. Parents, mom and dad would want us to make friends.
She seems fun. Although she said she likes to fight.
That's a tomboy.
What's a tomboy?
Girls who are kind of boyish.
Oh. Okay. She said she'd fight you.
Like to see her try.
Me too.
Actually, I'd have to not. Mom would. She'd be very mad at me if I hit a girl, so I won't do that. Especially a girl.
I think she was just joking.
I've heard of girls like that. I don't think they joke. Or no, actually, I think they joke a lot. You can't tell what is a joke and what's not.
I'll ask her not to fight you.
Okay. Got my little sister protecting me here. Yeah.
Yeah. You're the best big brother ever.
I love you, Maryśka.
Love you too. She loves her big brother. He's like her role model.
Okay, I need to work on him then.
Yeah.
Anything for Jonathan before we wrap up?
After he finishes games, he goes to his father. After he finishes homework, he's like, "Is there any chores, or can I go play a little bit of Paperboy?"
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
How good are you at this game, Jonathan?
What?
How good are you at this game?
I only been able to make the day 3.
Day 3? Okay.
Day 3. There's 7 days. I think it's pretty hard.
Mm-hmm.
They keep smashing people's windows and I get getting killed by a tornado.
Do you want to see if you get better at it today?
It's all real parts of the game, actually.
It's a game in a game?
It's an actual game.
You know what? Roll
I lost
move.
the game.
Roll move under body.
Gosh dang it, Veronica.
It's practice.
Okay, the first time you go at it, you break tons of windows. But you can push it.
Well, it resets every day, right?
What does?
The luck points.
No, they reset kind of by adventure episode or something like that.
How many do I have left?
You have 5.
So, well, I already used 1 earlier during school.
Yeah.
So I used 1, then I used Nah, I'm not gonna push it.
No, there's no. I'm telling you, there's no reason not to use it.
Oh, so use it. So use it.
Yeah.
How do I accidentally click all 5? How do I get rid of them? Oh, here.
No, just click the push button.
Push button.
You have to try for maybe another day.
Stupid dog. Oh well. Again, and then he goes to the bed. Like, I'll make sure to read the book. I'll try to read the book you gave me.
Doesn't he? Actually, he comes over and he kind of he just picks up. He's like, "What was I thinking?" And then he takes it away.
Oh.
Like, did I actually tell him to read that? That doesn't make any sense. No biggie here, just the DM rewriting that part of the Why would I give a child communist propaganda? That's silly. That's just asking for trouble. Because this is America in the 80s and the Cold War is happening, so it doesn't make any sense. He must have been drunk or something. Is the only conclusion I can reach. He loves a good authentic vodka from Russia and did not think better of giving a child literature like that. Partisan literature.
So you don't want me reading it anymore?
No. You weren't reading it anyway. I mean,
I was trying.
It doesn't matter. You're
Student
too
saw
young.
it, but I
You're
was able to
too.
hide it before he saw it.
The children of this country shouldn't be burdened down with hearing about the challenges that their parents and elders must face.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
I should go to bed now. Good night.
And now we're going to say night-night to everybody. 'Cause that's where we're going to wrap up today.
Aww.
We'll resume next week actually by just doing basically as many vignettes as I can come up with between now and things that happen over the years.
Oh my gosh.
If anybody has a wish list, put it in the chat, or you can tell me now or something, and I'll try and see if I can have a scene relating to that, because this is the part of this stretch of the adventure where I rely on you 3 to help me come up with ideas.
Okay.
Which is especially
Okay.
difficult for
Things
me
we want
because...
to happen.
Huh?
So things we want to happen.
Yes. You give me... Yeah, you can tell me now or put it in chat. Just like
Okay.
things you want your kids to get into
Yeah.
or mess with or talk to or have as a challenge or interact with as a hobby, sports, kids things elementary kids do.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you have to do it now, but I'll try and do that within like next 3 days ideally, so that I can
So don't
work on
do it
them.
on Sunday, but 2 hours before the game. Got it.
No.
So
That's a
okay,
great way to
so-
guarantee that it won't happen.
Right. So next session, are we gonna age or how
we're
quickly?
gonna kind of just do some vignettes over the years. We'll definitely start with the birthday party
Okay.
because that is the one thing we have that's sort of forward looking for now. But I do need other things because, as you know, these scenes they don't take very long.
No. I do have one off the top of my head.
Okay.
I don't know how feasible this would be, being we're in elementary school. But Michael would like to try out for like the spring play / production.
Oh.
If the school has any kind of.
I'll think about it. We might put that we might not do that next week. We might do it a different week though.
You're gonna be a
Or
theater kid nerd.
I told you guys I was putting a lot of myself into this character, so I don't know
Well,
why you're surprised.
I think
Veronica
we'll do that. I think we'll do that later,
What?
and not next week.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
No.
But I'll try and give that some thought.
Okay.
Yeah.
'Cause
Just
I
because
don't
I put a lot of points into social skills, so I want to see if they pay off.
Well, they'll definitely pay off in other ways. Okay. Well, yeah, that's your actual homework for today. If they're general things, you can put them in the general chat. If they're more character specific, you can put them in your character specific chats that you all have. And yeah, there we go.